Lucas Grant walked toward Yale's gymnasium carrying a worn duffel bag and wearing donated sneakers. Inside, 80 basketball hopefuls filled the polished wooden court under championship banners. At registration, the assistant coach glanced at his threadbare shirt and said nothing, but his eyes betrayed the judgment.
Where do you think you are? This isn't AAU recess. You're out of your league, kid.
Keep quiet. They don't need to know what you can do.
The room laughed, a dozen smirks spreading through the line, but Lucas just stepped into his spot.
Did you see those sneakers, Tim? I bet the soles are smoother than his game.
He stood alone at the back of the line, ignored by the assistants, yet his jaw stayed steady.
They think they know me. They don't.
The whistle blew and drills began. Lucas Grant took one breath and stepped forward.
You are not here to take up space, Grant. Show me something or get off the floor.
He doesn't want me to show anything. He wants me to quit.
The coach stuck him in a group with 3 other walk-ons nobody believed in.
I've been training alone since I was 15. This isn't new.
On a cracked court in Bridgeport, late nights, with a ball that lost its grip 2 summers ago. The YouTube channel he started had 23 videos. The views were low, but the work showed. Assistant coach Tim tapped his clipboard, eyes narrowing when Lucas slipped past his defender clean.
That's a carry, Grant. That's street ball garbage.
Call it what you want. You can't call it slow.
But Stephen marked his clipboard and moved Lucas to the end of the court, away from the real evaluation. At the far baseline, Stephen shouted a new drill, 5 reps, offhand only, full speed, no mistakes.
And Grant, miss 1 dribble and you'll run suicides until the gym closes.
He thinks this is punishment. It's just my morning warm-up.
Lucas slid through the cones like water, offhand rock, steady, every dribble precise. No turnovers.
Coach, you seeing this kid's left hand? It's tighter than any guard on our bench. I am seeing a walk-on with busted shoes and a YouTube channel. Focus on the starters.
They don't see the 60-hour weeks on cracked asphalt in Bridgeport. The channel I built in secret hoping someone would notice.
He's making our scholarship players look slow. That's not nothing, Stephen.
But Stephen's jaw tightened. He clicked his pen shut, refusing to be shown up by a kid from nowhere.
Keep stacking the work. They'll see eventually. They have to, or this whole trip was for nothing.
All right, let's see who really belongs. Grant, you are with my captain, Marcus.
Marcus swaggered onto the court, a tall, confident senior in Yale practice gear, a dozen rebounds a game.
Hey, walk on. Hope you brought a change of clothes. You are gonna sweat.
He's good, but he's never faced someone with nothing to lose.
You are throwing him to the wolves, coach. He's not ready for Marcus. I am giving him a chance to prove me wrong, Tim. That's what he wants, right?
Lucas and the captain squared off at center circle. 80 hopefuls pressed against the walls.
Keep your hips low. Don't bite on the first move. Let him flex.
Marcus pounded the ball twice, a warning. The gym fell silent, waiting for the mismatch to explode.
They all think I am about to get embarrassed. They don't know what I've been building.
Marcus came at Lucas with a hard right-hand dribble, trying to bully his way to the rim.
He's strong, but he leads with his shoulder. I know where he's going before he does.
That's right, Marcus. Don't let him breathe. This walk-on doesn't belong on the same floor.
Every time he talks, I just add another rep in my head. Let him wear himself out.
3 times Marcus drove, and 3 times Lucas cut him off, feet sliding, hips low. The hopefuls in the crowd stopped whispering. Someone near the baseline muttered, "Who is that?"
Lucky stop. You won't get another one.
But Lucas had been reading his weight shifts for 30 seconds, every telegraph like a loudspeaker. Stephen's smirk faltered. He checked his clipboard, then looked back at the floor.
Now they're quiet. Now they're watching. Let's give them something they can't ignore.
Lucas kept his dribble low. Then he unleashed a crossover, left to right, so violent the air snapped. Marcus lunged the wrong way, his body twisting hard, and he crashed to the floor on both knees. Arms splayed. The gym contracted. No squeak, no clap, just 80 players frozen mid-thought, their mouths open.
That's it. Every sacrifice, every clip on the channel, nobody watched. That sound right there.
Travel. That's a travel, Grant. You lifted your pivot.
Steven's neck reddened. Veins distended as he pointed at the floor, his whistle swinging wildly.
Coach, that was clean. I watched his feet. No travel. I said redo or pack your bag. You get one more chance, and that's generous.
Marcus stumbled to his feet, shoving away a teammate's hand, his face a mess of rage and confusion. The crowd's protest swelled into a murmur, but Steven's whistle sliced it short, and the silence came back heavier.
You think that street move works here? You are at Yale, Grant. That's a travel.
He's scared. That's why he's yelling. He knows it was clean.
Lucas said nothing. He walked to the top of the key, picked up the ball, and bounced it once. The echo sharp in the silence.
One more time. Same defender. And this time, keep your pivot planted.
I am not letting you show me up twice. Walk on. You got lucky.
But Marcus's voice cracked at the end, and the glance he shot toward the bench looked like a man searching for an explanation.
Coach, maybe we should move on. The kids clearly earned a second look. I said redo, Tim. Don't undermine me.
The gym compressed into a tight circle around the two players. Every breath was held, every eye on the worn sneakers and the ball.
They think this is pressure. They've never seen 3 a.m. on an empty court with no lights.
Lucas placed the ball in his left hand, feeling the seams like a second language.
They haven't seen my left. No one has, not even the camera.
On that Bridgeport court, 1,000 hours of offhand dribbling had turned his weakness into a secret weapon.
Steven thinks I am right-handed. Everyone does. That's the whole point.
The gym's silence deepened. Even Steven stopped muttering, his whistle hanging limp.
I could finish with my right. They'd still remember, but I didn't come here to be remembered. I came to be undeniable.
He cradled the ball, letting the moments stretch until Marcus's breathing grew loud in the stillness.
Okay, Captain. Let's see if you can guard what you don't expect.
Lucas bent his knees, bouncing the ball once with his left, the rhythm older than this building.
One chance. All I need.
The ball blurred left to right, Lucas's pivot glued, his left hand a piston no Ivy League gym had ever seen. Marcus lunged right, then his body unspooled. He crashed backward, arms wide, and the floor thudded through the silence.
He went exactly where I wanted him to. Just like the cracked court at midnight.
The gym didn't just quiet, it died. Not a squeak, not a breath, just 80 pairs of eyes locked on the walk-on, and the captain flat on his back. Steven stood at the sideline, clipboard hanging loose, his mouth slightly open. The whistle was still against his chest.
That wasn't a travel. That was the cleanest cross I've seen in this gym in 5 years.
Steven didn't answer. His pen slid from the clipboard and clattered on the floor, the only sound in the silence. Marcus didn't get up. He lay staring at the ceiling, chest heaving, his pride 1,000 miles away.
That's what 60 hours a week on a Bridgeport court looks like. Deny that.
The silence stretched, heavy with what everyone had just seen, waiting for someone to break it. Then it broke, a slow clap, solitary and deliberate, from the highest bleacher in the gym. A man in his mid-50s stood alone, well-dressed, his hands coming together again and again.
Who is that? No one else moved. Not the assistants, not the players.
Steven spun toward the sound, his face contorting from shock to fury.
Who the hell are you? This is a closed tryout.
The man didn't answer. He clapped twice more, then let his hands fall, the silence returning. Steven's neck flushed. He took a step toward the stands, his finger jabbing the air.
Security. How did you get in here?
Then the man descended one step, his eyes fixed on the court, unhurried. He moved with the calm of someone who had seen 100 gyms and was no longer impressed. The man reached the court floor and walked straight toward Lucas, ignoring Stephen entirely.
You are Lucas Grant. 23 videos on a channel called Bridgeport Work. I've watched every one.
Someone watched. All those late nights, and someone actually saw?
You are distracting my tryout. Leave, or I'll call security.
But the man didn't glance Stephen's way. He pulled something from his pocket, a notebook, worn, filled with handwritten observations.
Your left-hand crossover at 2:18 in video 17. That's when I knew. You've been hiding it, but I've been tracking you for 2 years.
2 years? He's not just a fan. Who is this guy?
Stephen stepped between them, his face inches from the stranger's, his voice a blade.
I don't care who you are. Get out of my gym, or I'll have you removed.
But the man's calm held, and the assistants behind Stephen didn't move. The gym was no longer his alone.
I am Daniel Reeves, NBA scout. I've been tracking Lucas Grant for 2 years.
An NBA scout? For a street baller with a phone? You are wasting your time.
The assistants exchanged glances. Tim stepped forward, his voice uncertain but firm.
Wait, a real NBA scout? Is that why you kept him at the end of the court all morning? Don't you start with me, Tim. This man is here to steal my talent.
I am here because the next LeBron is standing in sneakers you mocked, and you almost made me miss him.
Lucas stood frozen, the ball still in his hand, the weight of 2 years of unrecognized work pressing on his chest.
2 years? He's not just a fan. He's an actual scout. My channel actually meant something.
Stephen's face drained of color. The assistants were no longer looking at him. The gym held its breath, waiting for the next move that none of them had scripted.
Lucas, I've seen your videos, but I need to see you run something right here, right now. You ready?
The scout gestured toward the empty baseline, a request hard to dismiss with 80 witnesses watching.
No one runs a solo drill in my tryout without my permission. You are not running my gym. Coach, it's evaluation. Let him show what he has.
We've been ignoring him. Let him work.
Stephen opened his mouth, then looked at the crowd. No way out.
Fine. 1 drill. But if he misses 1 shot, he's out of my gym for good.
That's fair. Lucas, you set the terms. Show me what you want the NBA to see.
The baseline drill, offhand, full speed. The one I've run 1,000 times on cracked concrete.
Lucas nodded once, then pivoted toward the baseline, the weight of every dismissed morning now a weapon in his hands. Lucas began at the corner, left hand dribbling, and released a high floater that kissed the glass before dropping through.
1 down. He slid to the wing, and the next jumper left his hand before the thought even formed.
He circled the arc, 5 spots, 5 shots, offhand pull-ups, the net barely rippling with each, the drill over in 40 seconds. Daniel nodded, jotting a note in his worn book, the faintest smile cracking his professional stillness. Stephen's face tightened. He pulled out his phone, stabbing at the screen.
Coach, we've seen enough. Put the phone down. You are done here, Stephen.
Daniel pulled a tablet from his bag, the screen bright with Lucas's channel, numbers streaming.
300,000 views, Lucas. Comments from scouts in 5 cities. You are already on the radar, son.
All those late nights filming alone, and the world was already watching.
Stephen's face went slack, the clipboard slipping from his grip and clattering onto the court, the sound echoing.
Lucas, you've got a pro future. I've brought a contract.
He pulled a crisp envelope from his bag, a swoosh on the corner.
A pro contract. That's not a scholarship. That's everything.
Lucas's hand hovered, a flicker of his mother's face crossing his mind.
She worked doubles so I could chase this, but she wanted me to have a degree.
Stephen, frozen a few feet away, watched the exchange with hollow eyes.
This is a Nike deal. You sign, you are in the pipeline. I had it ready before today.
Lucas took the envelope. The paper felt heavier than any ball.
This changes everything. and it means walking away from what I told her I'd do.
He stared at the envelope, the gym silent, the weight of the choice holding the room hostage. Lucas's mind drifted to a cracked court in Bridgeport, the one with the bent hoop and no lights.
That court saw more of me than any classroom. I filmed every session because it was the only proof I existed.
The YouTube channel grew from those nights, 23 videos that tracked every hour, every drop of sweat.
I never thought anyone would watch. But now, the world already knows what these hands can do.
You earned this, son. Every early morning, every ignored video, it led right here.
My mother wanted a degree, but she also wanted me to run with everything I had. This is the same sprint.
He remembered her voice. Whatever you do, do it with everything.
I came here for a scholarship. I am walking out with a pro contract. She'll understand.
He looked up at Daniel, then at the envelope, and the weight of the choice began to lift.
I know what I have to do. Time to stop being afraid of the next step.
Lucas tore open the envelope and pulled out the contract, the Nike logo crisp under the gym lights. His eyes darted to the compensation section. 6 figures, incentives, a signing bonus that could pay off his mother's debt.
He's nothing but a YouTuber with a phone. This is a joke.
Daniel didn't shift his weight. His calm held, unbroken by the noise. Lucas read further. Guaranteed housing, a performance coach, and a direct line to the G League if he chose.
This is more than I ever dreamed. She won't have to worry again.
You are throwing away a degree for a circus act. Think about your future.
But his words echoed off the rafters, answered by nothing but the hisses of the old heating system. Lucas looked from the paper to Daniel. The scout offered a pen, its metal cool in the still air. Lucas's fingers curled around the pen, the weight of every early morning and every ignored video finally finding its place. Lucas bent over the contract and signed. The pen scratched once, then twice, the sound cutting through the stillness.
That's it. No going back. And I don't want to.
He stood up, the contract in his hand, and faced Stephen, who was still frozen by the sideline.
I came here for a degree, coach, but you taught me I don't need your validation. You said go home. I am going further than you'll ever reach.
Stephen's clipboard slipped from his fingers and cracked against the floor, but he didn't move.
He made his choice, Stephen. Now it's on you to live with missing him.
The gym erupted. 80 players surged to their feet, clapping, the noise a roar that shook the banners.
I am going pro. Tell Bridgeport. They don't have to dream in secret anymore.
Marcus, still on the floor, looked up at Lucas and slowly nodded. The old order was over. Daniel stepped forward and placed a firm hand on Lucas's shoulder, the gesture carrying the weight of a seasoned scouting.
Welcome to the big leagues, Lucas Grant. This is just the beginning.
The celebration didn't let up. 80 players stomped and clapped, their noise rolling through the old gym.
The big leagues. That sound. It's everything I've been working for.
Stephen didn't move. His clipboard lay in pieces on the floor, and his mouth opened and shut without sound.
We almost threw him out, coach. You almost made us miss the next generation.
Marcus, still on his back, looked up at Lucas, the sneer long gone, replaced by something unfamiliar. Respect.
He's the real deal. I never stood a chance.
We fly tonight. I have a car waiting outside.
Then, let's not keep him waiting. I've been ready for this since I was 15.
Lucas turned toward the bench where his duffel bag sat, the faded canvas holding the only possessions he'd brought.
Every stitch in this bag has a story. Tonight it carries a contract.
He slung the strap over his shoulder. The weight different now, lighter, as if the bag knew its job was done. Daniel walked beside him, not rushing, as Lucas paused at the sideline and looked up at the banners.
I won't be on these walls, and that's fine. I am building my own.
The crowd parted, creating a path toward the exit doors. Hands reached out to touch his sleeve. Lucas took one last breath of the gym air, sweat and floor wax, then pushed through the door into the autumn light.
Bridgeport is behind me. The league is ahead.
The car is this way. You ready, kid?
Born ready.
Without another word, Lucas and Daniel walked toward the black SUV idling at the curb, its door open like a held breath. Lucas paused, one hand on the doorframe, and looked back at the gym's stone entrance, the afternoon shadow falling across the steps.
That building almost kept me out. Now it's just a page I've already turned.
Through the glass, Stephen stood alone on the empty court, a small figure under the Yale banners that now meant nothing. The heavy doors swung shut, the latch catching with a finality that echoed across the parking lot. Lucas slid into the back seat, the leather cool, the contract still crisp against his thigh.
Bridgeport was the beginning. This is the start of the rest.
Daniel climbed in beside him and nodded to the driver. The engine hummed, and they pulled smoothly away from the curb.
Next stop, the league orientation. They're expecting you, Lucas.
Lucas looked ahead through the tinted glass, the road stretching out beneath the autumn sun, and finally let himself smile. In the back of the SUV, Lucas unfolded the signed contract once more, the ink still dark on the paper. Daniel pulled his phone from his jacket, the screen glowing with Lucas's YouTube channel.
400,000 views now, 23 videos, and the world found you.
The briefcase clicked shut, the Nike contract now secure, and the scout allowed himself a small, satisfied nod. Through the tinted window, the Yale gymnasium shrank in the side mirror, its banners invisible from here.
I don't need to look back. Everything I built is ahead of me.
Sometimes, the door they try to close becomes the one that opens the world.
Bridgeport, the cracked court, the channel, they all led to this seat, and now the real work begins.
The tire hummed against the asphalt, and the road stretched ahead, empty and promising. Lucas Grant didn't need a Yale banner. He was building his own.